Hi there, Grape Shot here with another game of Mechabellum. And wow, okay, this speed specialist looks quite good. Training specialist. It's definitely either quick supply or speed specialist. You know what? Let's do quick supply. I haven't played a whole lot of Hound Carry, and I've been having some difficulties making speed specialist work. I do think that speed specialist with specifically Steel Ball is pretty reasonable right now. So let's see, we got a really bad start for us. We're against Hound, Sledgehammer, Fire Badger Specialist. Oh, what? Okay, that's much less scary. I don't know why our opponent... I don't know why our opponent would go this start. Well, we could go... So the one thing you have to be careful about right now is if I go like Hound, 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 and then my opponent goes like Vortex, Vortex, I'm in really big trouble. In fact, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. Speak of the devil. We'll definitely play left side. So just left side Vortex. This seems like a really phenomenal Vortex starting board. And we'll probably end up selling out of our steel balls, but that's not a huge concern. We can use them as just tanks in the early game. And yeah, let's do it. Okay, so it's Void Eye, which I think is just worse than Vortex the vast majority of the time still. Definitely going to want to prioritize getting range on our Vortexes pretty early on. And our opponent skips Crawler, which is really just a phenomenal thing to see when we're starting Vortex like this. But opponent starts with above 4,000 life, and Vortexes do not do a lot of damage, so suspecting to see a pretty long game here. We get a Rhino drop offered. I mean, I could just let our opponent get a win this turn off the Rhino. Could even level my tower. I guess we should probably try and keep tempo. Yeah, keeping tempo by taking the Rhino drop seems pretty reasonable. So we're potentially just leveling this tower then. And going... Whoops, I don't want a Crawler. I actually want a single Marksman. And... we can go ahead and pass with some net worth saved because we're always taking Vortex range next turn. And or I guess I'll level the tower still, but okay, yeah, no improved Overlord coming out. So we're gonna be playing Vortex plus something that kills Overlord. What that something is, who knows? Probably Farseer would be the most reasonable option. I mean, obviously we deployed a Marksman, so it might just be Marksman. But Farseer will scale with us a little better. Oh, mass-produced Wasp gets offered. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be Wasp. That's fantastic. Oh, I'm pretty happy about that. Okay. So we get to take range on our Vortexes and deploy 3 Wasps this turn. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, this seems very cool. We're like insanely vulnerable to spells right now. That's funny, our entire board is facing this direction. But that's fine, we're gonna be shielding a bunch when we play Vortex carry anyways. And I'll probably sell out of these steel balls pretty soon. Yeah, the improved Overlord is coming down. But honestly, I think the Wasps are probably still gonna take it here. Our opponent's board is like really far back. I mean, we're not like in a position to play aggro. I'm set up purely for mid-range here, but I might want to flank and start trying to actually pressure this tower. Especially with like an Overlord coming down behind the tower. I mean, it seems pretty reasonable to go for this. And yeah, I'm feeling really strong about having the mass-produced Wasp get offered, because when you're going Overlord, you know, it makes Mothership worse, so that's not a tech we can really expect our opponent to be able to make great use of. And our opponent had no fangs, no units that would be good at taking these down deployed, and we still have our marksmen to like help us get damage through against the Overlord. So yeah, altogether that was a really fantastic turn for us. Get a bunch of level ups available. This Typhoon being offered is somewhat annoying. Should take this Stormcaller. Found these Stormcaller on the line plays to be really phenomenal of recent. Continue to expand our army over here. And then I'm thinking about maybe going Energy Shield here. You know, let's come back to the Wasps and give our opponent a turn, see what they do this go. Maybe I could even missile. I mean, our opponent's at pretty low life total. Although I actually think that doesn't work very well, because the first attack of the Stormcaller is going to go for these anyways. So yeah, let's see what happens here. Yeah, the Typhoon does come out, the level comes out, but I think we're gonna insta-lock this tower. And this is gonna pull quite a lot. Now, look at how much is getting pulled by this flank. 4, 5 deployments, 6 deployments, or does this? Okay, 5 deployments are getting pulled. That's gonna be pretty nice. Probably just keep both of these. I mean, if our opponent has to missile them every turn, that's plenty good. Oh, interesting. Because it's on the line, it just ignores the defensive wall because it's inside of its range. That's super cool. Okay, we didn't actually get to the tower, but we did soften it, and this is going to be good enough for a turn victory. And we get our opponent to a pretty low life total. Probably going to sell the Stormcaller on the right. I don't know, actually. Maybe make my opponent answer it. Underground offered. Oh, yes. Thank you. That sounds great. Keep this going. Electro Twin. I think I'm at this point not going to be going Farseer. So maybe I just go 2 more marksmen this turn. I can go into the Wasps a little bit more later on, depending on what our opponent does. And then I can pick up aerial specialization and go for the kill with that next turn. I mean, maybe I should just be going for the kill this turn. So if I were to go for the kill this turn, I would do it like that. I mean, this is probably getting missiled though, right? Ah, no. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I think that I can kill my opponent here. And when you play against Overlord, you should definitely take opportunities to kill your opponent, because the Overlords are one of the best units in the late game. You don't want your opponent to get tons of deployments with those, so. Yeah, he goes kind of a defensive caller, but that's still going to turn his whole board. And Bang coming out here in front, but we're still going to be able to press through this pretty quickly. I highly suggest in general, like, going for lots of turn 5 kills. I think people don't usually expect you to go for the kill on turn 5, which can lead people to being under-defended against it. And just, you know, it punishes all greedy strategies like this one pretty well if you're able to do it successfully. So, I don't know if this is enough damage. No, not quite. Not quite, so... we'll have an interesting time now. Oh, okay. Nice, nice, nice. This is sweet. So, what we're going to do... I forgot to sell this last turn. What we're going to do is we're going to drop this here. Drop this here. Missile this. And put a steel ball up here. So, you know what? Go all the way back. I'm gonna sell this instead. Put down some shields. Level all of our marksmen, right? They have to kill a whole lot of nonsense. Missile this. I mean, maybe I even go for ranged. No, I think I don't. I think I want to keep going vortex here. Let's do this. If we don't win this turn, we're gonna be happy that we went. I actually do want to go for the ranged steel ball. I think that it will help us get onto towers a lot faster. I'll be happy that if I don't win this turn that I went into Wasp, that I can attempt to get up like a nice easy victory with Wasp. And hopefully this gets onto the tower in time before this Overlord gets to say anything too mean about my plans. Yeah, this is looking phenomenal. I think ultimately the reason we're able to go for such a brutal and early win this game is our opponent played too far back. Although, do we not win still? Oh my goodness. Playing all units that deal no damage is punishing. Our Farseer gets offered, Mustang gets offered. I mean, going Mustang sounds pretty reasonable. Yeah, just like range anti-air Mustang. I mean, we only get to do one this turn, so probably just actually anti-air Mustang. I mean, we're still just going for the kill. Until we can't, we will continue going for the kill. Take this level and this level. Sure, why not? This looks hype. Yeah, and this missile is pretty good. The Wasps are going to lose to the Fangs because they are mass-produced Wasps. But we're not super worried about this, right? This is a level 3 tower anyways. And the Mustangs are going to be, if the game continues to go on, right, these Mustangs are going to be really unanswered. Our opponent hasn't really done anything except for Overlord. And once we can pick up range on these Mustangs, it'll be pretty free game for them. And we can even, in the late game, go Missile Interceptor on these. Our opponent put down a Missile Interceptor. We didn't missile at all this turn. In general, I don't like going for like the same missiles 2 turns in a row. I think it's a really good rule of thumb to just expect your opponent to expect you to do that, and that you'll end up getting exploited if you do go for pretty greedy plays like that. Not looking super clear if we're going to be able to win here. Okay, yeah, we do have it. And I think this time we actually will have 200 damage. So, kind of a crazy game. We ended up playing like a long battle over the final couple hundred life there. Yeah, improved Overlord. My kind of general comments on this game. Improved Overlord is probably the best thing in the game right now, but you just can't take it super early like this. It costs too much gold, puts you too far behind, and your opponent knows exactly what they have to be ready for. Um, I haven't played like a half-in strategy with Vortex like this. Definitely felt really good. Our opponent went all mid-size units at the start, skipped crawlers, and has like a specialist that gives them another mid-size unit. So in general, I think that was a pretty big mistake. Yeah, super fun one, super high tempo, get to do lots of crazy plays. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.